Today's video, we will be going through the 2003 romance and comedy movie, My Boss's Daughter. It's time to movie recap. Let's get started. Turn on subtitles and spoilers ahead. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like these. The movie starts with two friends named Tom and Paul. Both of them work in the same publishing company. Tom doesn't like his job because he is working there for a year, but he has not gotten any promotions. Tom still has a lot of ideas for the company, but he's afraid to tell them to his boss because his boss, Jack, is a very rough guy. Tom's boss has a beautiful daughter too. Her name is Lisa, and Tom likes Lisa a lot, and Lisa also goes to the office with them in the metro itself. Paul tells Tom that you should go and talk to Lisa. Hearing this, Tom takes courage and sits beside Lisa. Then a woman comes in front of him who had a baby in his hand. Then Tom gets up from his seat and let him sit on his seat. Then suddenly the metro stops and Tom falls on the woman's breast, and then Lisa sees this. After all, Tom turns to Lisa once again. But this time his briefcase opens automatically. And a gay magazine comes out of it, and then Tom feels embarrassed in front of Lisa. After going to the company, Tom gets involved in his work. Boss's security Audrey comes and tells Tom that the boss has called him to his office. He sees when Tom goes there. Jack is scolding an employee because he had told a useless idea, and on such a thing, Jack also removes him from the company. After this, when Tom goes to the scared boss's office, he starts asking strange questions. Then when Tom drinks his coffee there, then Tom finds the coffee a bit strange. Hearing this, Jack calls Audrey and fires him too, for making useless coffee, and Audrey considers Tom responsible for this. After this, Tom goes out of the office without giving any idea because he was afraid that if he told his ideas, then the boss might fire him. Outside, Tom meets Lisa and tells her that she wants to go to a party today, but her father is telling her to take care of the house. Tom learns that Lisa has gone to a party with her boyfriend Hans, and has been called to look after the house, and Jack is also going out somewhere tonight. Jack shows Tom his pet, which is very close to his heart. He tells Tom to give food and water to his pet on time, after which Jack starts leaving from there. Before leaving, Jack threatens Tom that he will kill Tom if the house is dirty. After he leaves, Tom starts watching some bikini videos of Lisa. And after some time a man named Red comes inside the house, who tells himself to be Jack's son. Red says that he has come here to get such a TV guide, but it is too late. Red does not leave the house, and he also irritates Tom with his words. Finally, Red gives a packet to Tom, and says that his dad's friends will come here after some time to get the packet. Then you should give this packet to him. Actually, Red came here to do a drug deal, but he gives Tom the packet containing flour, and flashes the packet containing the original drug in the toilet. After this, the doorbell rings and Tom sees that Audrey has come here, with her boyfriend. Actually, Audrey had come here to ask Jack to get his job back, but Tom tells her that Jack is not at home. After this, Audrey forcefully goes to the kitchen and starts drinking. Tom explains to Audrey and his boyfriend that both of them have to go from here, but they both do not listen to him and start quarreling with each other, and then finally Audrey's boyfriend go from there. And Audrey tells Tom that she doesn't have any house to live in now, so can she stay here tonight? Hearing this, Tom tells him yes. Tom remembers that he forgot to give water to Jack's pet. He immediately takes her to the toilet and gives her water, with the toilet flash inside which Red had flashed the drug. When the drug dealer TJ comes to receive his packet, and Tom gives him the packet containing the floor. Tom then goes to give the owl its food, which was some live mice, but Tom accidentally drops them. And that mouse starts running around the whole house, and then the owl also flies out of the house, because he too got intoxicated due to drinking water containing drugs. Tom gets very scared to see this because his boss, he likes Owl very much. Tom runs after Owl and goes to neighbor's garden, where an old man thinks him as a thief and points a gun at him. Then Tom takes the gun from him and comes home and removes all the bullets from it. Tom sees here that Audrey has called his three friends here and they are all partying, and then Tom tells everyone to go home. After a while, Lisa also comes back home. Lisa tells Tom that she has broken up with her boyfriend Hans. Actually, Lisa also did not like Hans, and she was with him simply because his father liked him. Because Hans is very rich. After some time, Lisa goes to the bathroom, Then we see that a mouse enters Lisa's bag goes, and then seeing this, Tom starts removing the mouse, but Lisa's underwear comes in his hand, and that mouse enters his pant. When Lisa comes back, she thinks that Tom is masturbating, but Tom explains everything to her. After this, both start talking and good bonding starts in them. After this, Lisa dances with Tom. By putting a romantic song, she starts strip dancing in front of him. After this, Lisa tells Tom that if you were not gay, then you would have liked it better. Hearing this, Tom gets shocked and asks Lisa, "Who told you that I am gay?" Lisa tells that her father Jack told her that you are gay. After that, Tom tells Lisa that you have a misunderstanding and I am not gay. Then he also tells Lisa that he had come here for her. Lisa likes to hear this, and then both of them also come close and Tom kisses Lisa too, but gets a little nervous while kissing, and he gooses downstairs. Going down, he sees that TJ hole moving household items around. He scolds Tom that he has cheated him. "You have give me a floor instead of a drug." Saying this, TJ leaves from there looking for Red. Lisa's boyfriend Hans also comes here, and Tom learns that Hans is cheating on Lisa. Tom tells him that Lisa doesn't want to talk to him, and that he too should forget everything. Then Tom sees the owl again, and Tom follows Owl and enters a house. The people of that house think that Tom has come to take their daughter on a date. When their daughter Julia comes down, Tom tells them that they have a misunderstanding, and "I am not that boy." Hearing this, Julia starts crying and feels that she does not like him, and then throws Julia's father Tom out of the house. When he comes back, Audrey tells him that his friendship Tina needs Tom's help. Tina thought she had breast cancer and wanted Tom to touch her breast and tell if it was normal. Tom starts checking the breast of Audrey and Tina, and at the same time, Lisa also comes in the room and gets very angry seeing this. Tom looks like TJ is trying to rob the safe of the house. Then Tom tries to scare TJ by showing him a gun, but he is not afraid and toilets all the things in the house. Then Audrey gives Tom a sleeping pill, and Tom mixes the pill with TJ's drink and then drinks it with TJ, which causes TJ to have seizures. And he starts behaving strange. Audrey finds out about this. Then she tells Tom that if the sleeping medicine is mixed with the drink, then it acts as a poison, and then Tom gets scared after hearing this. But then Audrey consoles her. What will not happen to TJ? After this again the doorbell rings, and this time it was Julia. She comes inside and starts chatting. Julia had a head injury from which blood was coming out. Now wherever Julia was keeping her head in the room, there used to be blood stains. Then it's Red and Julia start talking to each other, and then Tom goes to the garden and sees that Audrey and his friends are digging graves in the garden. Actually, they felt that TJ was dead, so they bury TJ in the ground. Lisa also comes here and learns from her that her brother, Red, who has been forbidden by Jack to even come near the house, he is present in the house. Also, his father's pet is also missing. Tom tries to explain everything to Lisa, but before that TJ gets off the ground and points a gun at Lisa. Tom knew that gun didn't have bullets. Tom stands bravely in front of TJ and then hits Red on TJ's head from behind, causing him to faint. Lisa is very impressed to see Tom's bravery, and Tom learns that bullets were actually present in that gun, because Audrey's friend had put bullets back in that gun. After this, Tom also learns that Jack has been calling since last 15 minutes. Lisa tells Tom to go to pick his father. Till then all those people improve the condition of the house. After Tom leaves, Lisa, Audrey and everyone else get involved in cleaning the house and set everything up as before. Here Tom is coming back after taking the Jack. Then the owl comes flying and attacks Tom's mouth. Because of this, Tom does not see anything and Jack handles the car, and hearing gunshots, the police come to Lisa's house because the neighbors have complained to them. Seeing the police, all of Audrey's friends blame Tom, and the police also find Hans inside the house, who was trying to commit suicide by hanging. But due to excess weight, he falls down, and only then Tom's car also gets into an accident in this house. Seeing this condition of his house, Jack gets very angry on Tom, and then the police arrests Tom. Red confirms that he came here to do a drug deal, but he didn't and put the drug in the toilet. Here in the bathroom, Al again drinks the water containing the drug, and he flies away again and then calls Tom. The police arrests and takes her from there. The next day, Jack sees his owl on the tree of his garden, and Jack climbs up on that tree to catch him. From the window, he hears Lisa and Red talking, and after listening to them realizes that he has after learning that you love the owl more than your children. Jack feels very bad and then decides to reform himself. But slipping in his feet, he falls down. And he also gets hurt a lot. The next day he rescues Red Tom from the police station. He comes and meets Lisa where Jack is also present. Jack realized his mistakes and he also promoted Tom. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe to watch more videos like this. Turn on notifications. And leave a like, it really helps the channel out. Thank you for watching.